And welcome back for another week of Tokusatsu. As always, we are Half Hour Henshin. I'm one of your hosts, Sleepy Witch, joined by...
DJ Azure, the 2.5D Hero Talk Tuber.
Oh man, we got some episodes today. We got some news today.
Oh yeah, we finally have some news. One of our theories may be wrong. We will see what goes on here.
I'm hoping that theory is wrong. But speaking about theorizing, this week's Goes Uger, detective time.
Oh man, yes. Sumino gets to really have fun in this episode. It's a lot of fun here.
This is a Sumino episode, but this is also, I think we've talked about it, that some episodes really lean into like what I would call Don Brothers core.
Oh yeah,
and this is definitely one of them.
Yeah, when I was watching this episode, I was like, oh man, this is gonna be one of those shows where I have to tell people that this is gonna be out of the ranking. If anything, this is only going up against Don Bros. But it makes sense considering father and daughter the father and daughter wrote these.
No, yeah, absolutely. First of all, I love this first intro bit. We have her come in, we see her look in, we see one of the little guys down, he's been stabbed in the back, and I love that you can see like the back zipper of the suit and stuff still. He's got like a knife plunged in right next to his zipper. Fantastic. I love the vibe where it's like, guys, we're fighting them, but like this isn't okay.
Yeah,
just killing them in cold blood.
Yeah, it's so funny too because like of the rules of like saying, oh, it's a closed room murder, and then we see Kumide just drop in and like that counts.
Yep. It's like he can come in, no one can leave though. I mean,
oh man,
man, this episode, I feel like it's a little hard to talk about without basically just going like, and then this happened, because as far as like the stuff we saw on screen, it was all pretty straightforward. We're trying to solve a murder, and everyone's first of all, I love how the mystery no one just shows up and they're like, oh fuck, we've been getting a lot of weird ones, you think we're gonna get a normal one anytime soon? And it's like, I hope so.
Yeah.
But I also love that she tries to read his mind and he's like, I really want to know who it is.
Yeah, it's like he doesn't know either, so it's really funny. And then we also what's really funny to me though is that we do see Kumide do the whole like target thing that Horu does, but turn it into the money sign.
Yep, simultaneously like a reference, because it also fits with her, just because he's also broke, but it's like the no, you should pay me kind of thing. Very, very good. I mean, I guess that's like a Gozu Wolf thing where they do the little circle, not just a Horu thing.
Yeah.
But we have that. We have, I mean, it's just a dumb bit where it's like, oh, hey, the moment someone leaves the room, they immediately get murdered.
Yeah, that was really funny. And one thing I also love about this episode is that once again we get to see some really good Fire Candle stuff, because we all know that I just love Fire Candle.
Fire Candle is incredibly good. I love that they just find him in the room and he set up a little like shrine and he's like, when my best drinking buddy, he's gone, I have to at least light some incense. That's the least I can do. Which obviously leads into the, oh my god, he just showed up here, he's the one guy we haven't seen anything from. Maybe he's responsible. Take him to the investigation room. And the moment him and Ryugi are in the investigation room alone, you just hear the like, just immediately get murdered.
Yeah, just immediately just rip.
Also,
man, yeah, I literally just can't get over just how much fun Fire Candle is whenever he acts.
Oh no, incredible. But if we got Fire Candle, funny enough, we got your two favorites dead on the floor in the same room.
Yeah.
And then we have the dying message from Ryugi, which at first they think it's 72. I love that we're continuing with the Sumino is the one who knows Kinjiro the best. You know, that's her grandpa, because they're like 72. That might be the age of the killer. So it must be. And she's like, he is not 72. He's like 83. Oh, okay, yeah, fair enough. And then, but actually, that looks like the kanji for Kuma, and it's like, well, who do we have here who's bear themed? And I love that we get the like, okay, so we totally think it's him, and then Hoeru and Rikuo take their drinks. He takes a sip from his flowers, and it's just dead on the ground, poison.
Yep, it's just dead. Also, the obvious is it's poison, and it's like it's just a bottle that's labeled poison.
The bottle that is just like ominous skull with like black looking evil aura. Yeah, fantastic.
Yeah, yeah, and then we basically see that, you know, yeah, we see our little bear.
Yep, Bear Kuma. I mean, he is a demon. Apparently he's just been murdering everyone. It looks like, you know, I do like that we get an explanation for him, because I was like, is he part of Goodburn, or like, well, how does he come into this? And it's like, okay, he was made from the one-time use ring power that he's got as Gozu Polar. That's cool. I'm glad we explained it, because I've been wondering, like, is the bear and the baby the same guy? And apparently not.
Yeah, surprisingly not, which is really funny. But yeah, it's really funny because once the mystery is solved, everyone comes back to life.
Yep, it's like, oh, cool. That was just a bit, basically. Yeah, and we have the like, cool. You guys solved the mystery, but I'm not gonna lose now. So we get the actual fight with the mystery number one. We get everyone's roll call. We get a Sumino leading roll call, which is cool.
Yeah, but also it was so funny too, because like, you know, even when Fire Candle, like, you know, gets revived as well too. People were joking around, like saying, "Yo, shout outs to that suit actor that was in the IE costume that just catches Fire Candle."
Oh my god, yeah, he just catches him. But also this is funny, because that means this is the one, like, I think it's been like Tom Katsu has been calling the fact that we have like a boyfriend of the week for Fire Candle, with his little Aya things or whatever, and I think this is the first one who gets to like survive, because they got to just leave afterwards.
Yeah,
they just left. Also, they were not involved in the fight afterwards.
Also, I mean, I was looking it up too. Like, you know, the production notes for this one, the prop department set up an incense stick for Fire Candle to use. But he improvised by saying Fire Candle would use all of it, so he ended up burning all of it, and the studio was filled with the smell of incense.
That is hilarious. That's a very good call though on the actor. I think that does fit Fire Candle's character pretty well. And then we get, you know, another pretty sick fight. So far, all the fights have been choreographed really well. We get the Go On Red transformation for Sumino, and when she kicked the little wheel at him, and he just fucking just like shattered and like exploded like fucking purple blood everywhere, I was like, oh my god, she got his ass.
Yeah.
But the fact that was like the setup so that he could do his own death, and she's like, oh yeah, I finally figured out, you know, the things of your body. That was the future way you were gonna die. I'm Sumino. I was the killer and the detective.
Yeah, and then we get a Goodburn versus Tegasword fight, which is surprising. I was not really expecting that to happen.
It was just like a background thing, you know, because he's been Goodburn went to talk to Tegasword. He's like, what are you doing? And he's like, you have to understand, Polar, that guy, he's not good, you know, he's not someone you can underestimate. Whatever, my ring chose him, and I think it chose correctly. So we're having like a son versus dad fight, and then, you know, Sumino gets tagged out for Horu because he wants to beat the shit out of Polar.
Yeah, and then we get one of the weirdest kit bashes. Like, when I saw this kit bash, I was like, okay, yeah, this is Don Bro's level of weird.
I'm gonna be honest, I saw images of it before without forcing the episode with no context. I thought that was a fan-made thing. I didn't know that was real. I was like, okay, so we have the Black Daizujin body, we have the shoulders from Go Onger.
Go
We have
Azure.
the Gao arms. And I
Yeah,
don't
which is
remember
the
who had the
weirdest looking part, honestly. Like the Gal arms look really, really small. They look so misproportioned.
Yeah, it's because the shoulders are really big too. And then I didn't see what
Yeah.
we got for the legs, but we basically got another kit
I
bash for
believe it
the.
was Shinkenger, I think it was.
Ah, okay.
Uh yeah, let me just double check this here. Let's see here.
But we get like the
Yep, that's
kit bash.
yeah.
Yep, but we get the kit bash of the century, and both Goodburn and Tegasword get slashed.
Yeah. Yeah, they immediately just get wiped out, and then we surprisingly have another cliffhanger. So this wasn't a one-off episode, really.
Yeah, here's the thing. It kind of was because I mean we resolved everything and that happened in this episode. They just tossed something right at the last minute.
Yeah, but it's
But
really weird that they brought back Black Dirusion. So
we're gonna see how that
mhm.
goes. But you know,
Yeah,
I mean, big thing we see for next episode. Good burn Tegasword combination. Uh,
yeah. Apparently, Hora's first love, and yeah, it's like, and when people were joking around, like saying, "Man, like, yeah, sure, the Black Dirusion kit bash looked a little weird, but this Good Burn Tegasword one looks almost as bad. Not gonna lie." Even in
yeah.
motion, I am not a fan.
I want to look at it a little. I want to see it in the episode, but I'm looking at it. I'm just like, this is interesting. I saw some people comparing it a little bit to the. I forget what the what I think it's maybe O Ranger, like the Zeo equivalent
Mm,
one, where they have like the individual mechs and when they transform they kind of look big and bulky like this one. But yeah, I don't know, not my favorite. I'm gonna just see how it goes. I mean, so far as things go, like the content of Gazudra has been really good, so even if like one mech is not my favorite, that's not really gonna, it's not gonna like dull the excitement for me that much,
mm.
you know.
But
uh
yeah,
but with
but yeah,
other things to be excited about.
yeah. Ultraman Omega, and we've gotten a lot of like you just sent me these. I didn't know about them, but you
So
sent me a lot of stuff about the like
we
interviews and stuff, right?
we had an interview. I have a couple of translated bits, but that's basically all I've been able to find. Uh, it looks like, you know, the main thing that we're getting is this Ultraman does start off more kind of aloof and kind of alien, where he does not
Mm,
instinctively try to protect people. You know, some people are saying that, you know, some people at first might wonder, is this guy really Ultraman? The main character doesn't seem to have a sense of justice, so it might seem that the energetic and kind Kosei would be the one to transform. But
mm,
apparently, based on the synopsis, we're gonna have Serato break into Kosei's warehouse, steal his food, and run away. He initially does not care about the kaiju attack and just lets it rampage. Only after he sees Kosei protecting people does he decide to also start protecting people. Uh,
mm.
so we're
That
having
is
something like
interesting.
that, and then we also have a little bit on Kosei, where it's like Kosei is an ordinary young man who is easily interested in many things, but at the same time it never lasts long, hence why he can't find a purpose in life. He's also a bit of a scaredy cat and pathetic, lol. Yeah, they called him out
Yeah,
in the interview. uh but yeah,
yeah.
I think it's interesting.
I'm interested because like we have two different Ultramen supposedly. So we'll see.
Yeah, it looks like, I mean, it looks like we definitely have like a human main character who's more of like the driving force behind saving people, and then, you know, this Ultraman. Because as far as I know from what I heard before, this is not like a human merged with an Ultra. This is like a human Ultra who has taken a human form. Uh,
Mhm.
so there isn't like a human half to him or anything in that way. So it's gonna be cool, kind of seeing him like learn to be a hero and learn that he wants to protect people and that kind of thing. Uh,
Mhm.
I mean, overall, interesting vibes. I think we're getting like a preview episode or something this Friday, and then, you know, the episodes are gonna officially start the Friday after. So got a little
Yeah,
bit,
we're yeah. Mhm.
but it's almost time. We're back to having a third show.
Yeah, it's almost time. Oh
Yep.
man, but before that, actually, wait, when does it premiere? It's June 25th as well.
No. The summer movie's July 25th. The
Okay, right.
Ultraman is July 4th, I think.
Oh, okay. I keep getting stuff like mixed up. It's oops. Oh man, but yeah, I really can't wait for Ultraman, man. It's gonna be
We've been
so much
enjoying
fun.
it. It's gonna be fun. But again, speaking about things we can't wait for, but we're gonna have to. Go Zuger and Gav summer movies. We've got a trailer. From what I've seen from the like synopsis thing from the Go Zuger summer movie, it looks like we get like a little bit of a reset, and it's like everyone has rings, so it's gonna be like an all 50 warriors at once.
Hmm.
And you can see that by everyone. I do love that we get to see what I would dub OG Red as well.
uh,
Gav looks really interesting as well. We got either like a parallel universe or something.
yeah, apparently the parallel universe where Shoma's family actually loves him.
Yep. And I do love seeing this like evil not Shoma who is obviously there's like kind of like a tooth and cavity vase for the bad guy. I do love that we get to see our writers all have kind of their final forms for this movie, so that's going to be super sick. But then the
Yeah.
stuff that everyone's been talking about, the clip at the very end, he falls
Yeah.
and who catches him, and it's his
But
family.
Longo. Yeah.
Oh my god, the fucking the
Yeah.
good stomach family aura farming at the end.
Yeah, and then people were bringing up, oh man, does this mean we're gonna get a stomach family roll call? Like,
Oh,
man,
I hope so. I hope so. That's currently
man,
yeah.
I'm really gonna need to watch this movie when I'm in Japan. Like, holy shit, man.
You do. You're gonna have to let me know how it goes.
Yup.
But
Oh
with
man.
that,
But
we have this week's Gav episode.
yep. So let's just get out of the way. We did not get Grease Blizzarded.
Yeah. Here's the thing: we did not get Grease Blizzarded yet. I feel like we're not. It didn't happen the first time his transform, but I don't feel safe. Uh, I don't feel safe yet as a general concept. Secondary thing though, oh my god, dude, this episode starting with Rakia's out there, he's looking for Glada. Hanto and Shoma are trying to comfort Sachika, who's like traumatized.
Yeah. Oh man.
Seeing her like, oh man, when she verbalized like, I'm gonna be honest, I didn't see, like I didn't realize how serious things were until I like really saw it. I'm like, yeah, I mean this is what's happening. This is what's going on with everything. With everything, like people unfortunately die, and this time we lost a real one.
Yeah.
Dente's stomach, my boy. But they also had to hit us with the Dente messages.
Yeah.
For everyone.
I tried about those Dente messages. You sent me the
toy,
link to
the fucking Dente messages.
The phone.
Available on fucking Premium Bandai.
Yeah, like what the hell? What the hell? That is foul. That is
first of all, that's crazy. To give us the fucking reissue of the phone with the with specifically the Zaku chips that saves them the message. And like he's crying too. Have you looked at him?
Yeah.
He's like the inside when he opens up, he's like crying super hard, and when it's the thing is closed, you see like the bubbles of like the tears welling in his eyes. They got us with that, dude. That's evil.
Yeah, it's so screwed up, man. Like, why would they do that? That is so messed up.
I do kind of want it though.
Yeah. Same.
But also, man, we get the hey, we have to be happy for Dente. I do love the Shoma, like, we should eat the pudding a la mode because it was for him. He would have wanted us to enjoy it.
Mm-hmm.
That stuff had me tearing up, them being like, and especially because like after everything, that was one of the few scenes where we've seen Hanto not go like, oh well, I'm not a sweets guy.
Yeah, like
He was just kind of like, yeah, let's eat it, let's honor his memory. They talked about it, bro. Whenever they were eating it, and we see Sachika like look at her like phone, and she's got the picture of her with Dente. Oh man, I had tears welling in my eyes. I'm like, oh no.
yeah, so just to
Oh,
ruin the vibes. Someone was saying that that Sachika's bubble next episode is just gonna be the picture of her with Dente.
that bubble really is enemy number one. Holy fuck.
Yeah, if they did do that, like man, that is messed up.
We can't have nothing. We can't have nothing. Here's the thing.
Hmm.
Again, just it sucks. I really have liked Gav as a show, and them not really, giving Sachika, I would say, her dues. We have like bitter Gav, who is our kind of like at this point like washed antagonist suit that keeps getting remade, and they're like, we're finally gonna do something, and then it keeps getting its ass kicked. But I think at this point people are being like, hey, look, Bitter Gav, the most non-character thing we have, has more extra forms than Majay.
Yeah.
And it's like, yep, and we keep getting more. And here's the thing, kind of like the next thing they're about to do with Bitter Gav, but at the same time, it's like, look, this suit that is literally for no one, just kind of like a generic bad guy suit for the show, gets more love than some of our female characters have. And it's like, well,
Yeah, a little bit, but at the same time, talking about female characters, let's go back to the main thing of this episode where Lotta just goes on like a tranquil rampage this episode.
Yep,
Like,
we finally
oh
have the Lakia toxin.
hmm Yeah, and yeah, she's literally just spraying people, putting them in euphoria, and basically just kind of practically just snaps her fingers and just captures people.
I do love this. It is kind of like it is like a really cool vibe because she's got it like in a little like perfume thing. So her just walking up to people, spray, and then having two Grenoots next to her who just like whoop. Honestly, fantastic. I love that the Gochi shows showed up while Shoma was out, and so they had to fucking play like charades to try to figure out what they were saying.
Yeah,
adorable. I love the Gochizos.
Yeah, and talking about the Gochizo, like we actually do get to see like another part of Dente's message, which was to Lakia, and like Lakia, like once again, Lakia show like it's kind of crazy how Lakia has been showing so much more emotion in these latest episodes. Like,
oh yeah, they've really. I mean, again, we're kind of getting the culmination of his arc. I love this. We have Shoma coming with some rocks. He wants to give him a snack. He wants to give him a break, and we have Lakia like, "Aren't you angry? Dente's dead. That's your uncle. How can you be like this? Like, do you feel nothing?" And he's like, "Of course I feel hurt." But there's other people who who feel hurt. Sachika specifically, and I can't let myself not be strong so that I can be there for them. I need to stay strong for them.
Yeah, it is just
and
absolutely
especially
insane. Yeah,
you see how that hit Lakia where he was like, I need to be strong for Sachika, and he's like, ooh. Yeah, I have not been doing that.
Yeah, and like it's also wild too because like we also saw him kind of act like this too because like we saw his like tranquil fury when Hanto was debating on whether or not to kill Kenji. Like,
yep.
Exactly. It's like Lakia is showing like more like just this barely restrained emotion, while the other two are just like this like that isn't the right thing to do. We have to do right, and it's like it's crazy just seeing like seeing how Lakia just basically was like this super like stoic like just as people joked or like as people were joking around he aura farming just endlessly. And yeah, like it's not even because of the losses, it's not even because of his own personal losses, it's because of other people losing. Like, it's crazy.
And I again, I am loving this, and I love that Shoma shows up. We've got the Dente message for him, telling him that, well, first of all, he did manage to make an antidote for him against all odds. But the main thing being that, like, thank you for forgiving me. You were able to move on even though I've done horrible things, and the fact that you were able to forgive me like means a lot. And I'm just like crying as Dente is talking to him.
Yeah, like, oh man,
it's so sweet, it's so wholesome. And then we get the like you know, oh hey, someone's going on a rampage, people are getting pressed, and you know, Shoma runs up and it's like, what about looking for Dente? And he's like, well, there are people who need me now.
Yeah.
Fantastic. I love how much Shoma's grown. I love his bit of like, well, there's people that I can save right now, so that's more important than me getting my revenge. And you know, it lines up because when they find out who's rampaging, it's none other than Glotta anyway.
Yeah.
But also,
who just kills a bunch of Gochizo in one swoop? Like, man.
Oh my god. Rest in peace, like 50 Gochizos. That's why you gotta just put them in the pod.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Rest in peace, Goji pod. And I kind of like that, though, that it was like, hey, look, eating 100 things is not super fast and easy, especially if he wants to enjoy them. He doesn't have it, so we have a reason for him not to be in, like, Overmaster Gav, so that, you know, he doesn't just one-shot.
Yeah.
But we do get to see, you know, Sorbet again. We get to see caking again, and I'm excited about that. I love the caking suit. But the biggest setup is, you know, Lakia shows up. He's helping. He's fighting. But when he gets knocked out, he realizes that I'm going to give up on my revenge. I'm not going to fight you, you know, to kill you. I'm going to fight you to protect people because that's what Komel and what Dente would have wanted.
Yep.
And that causes, that causes our putting a la mode. I think I saw that his name is like pudding al dente or something like that. He's like Pudente. Oh. His name is like Pudente. And it's like, oh, they named him after Dente.
That's messed up.
That's cute though.
It is.
It does have me crying. Holy shit. First of all, what a fucking Henshin. The silver plates coming up from the bottom and him pulling them up. Beautiful. I love that this is worked up like the silver plate that he bought.
Like, yeah. And not joking around. And there's people pointed out pretty much anytime he has like, you know, some more like, you know, character development, he actually does something with his hair and or tentacles when he transforms.
Yep, so this time we got the pulling the hair back. I mean, he always has the twirl in his hair before Henshin, but we get a little extra, like, you know, push the hair out of his eyes, transform, putting a la mode. Honestly, what a clean suit. The, like, chrome silver with the, like, fruit colors as, like, the splash of color in the suit with, like, the main, like, yellow-orange. Looks really good. I didn't even notice in like the suit images, but when he transforms, he's got the little fucking cherry on top too.
Yeah. Also, Glotta, like, basically, like, you know, still strong enough to push him to the wall, saying, yeah, like, oh, your suit won't make a difference. And then just straight up, like, you know, the aura farm of looks like it did. Just
incredible. I do also love kind of the, like, thematic stuff in the design where it's like, oh, hey, he decided he was going to protect people, so his new weapon is a shield.
And shout outs to the other horsemen of being reused.
Look, it looks good for the suit. I don't know why. Like, I like using the bases of them. It is what it is, but it looks good. It matches up the suit. We get to see
also
an amazing fight.
Also him just pushing down, like standing on, like, you know, putting a foot on the shield to brace himself to shoot an arrow. I'm not sure exactly which choreographer did this fight, but man.
Oh also, my god!
The fact that we get another insert song.
We get the new insert song, which is fucking great. My favorite bit is, oh my god, dude, the shot of him balancing his foot on the rail as he's like falling off of the building. As he's falling off from like the second floor, like fighting up at her, managing to, you know, get her scythe stuck in the rail so that he can get up, and then he just like chucks his scythe. There's something incredible about that shot of like she falls to the ground, and immediately we just see him like sitting there posed.
Yeah, exactly. What's like this is just literally just how much can we make Lakia aura farm this episode?
No,
Like
dude,
it's like he's
it
had
was
too many
so good.
losses. Let's
This
give him
is
a win.
I would compare this. This was almost as good. This was just as good, if not better, than the shot I was either from last week or the week before, where like Jeeb looks up and Shoma's no longer there, and when it comes back to Jeeb, you just see fucking his feet coming from behind him, like he's already behind. Like it
Yeah.
was fantastic, just the look up from Glotta, and then we get an awesome arrow shot. We get Shoma coming in with caking, and he uses the Zaku Zaku chips with Dente
Yes.
as a
Yeah,
guide
Dente
so that
also-
he can get his revenge.
Yeah, that was so good. Also, the funniest part too is that like when we get this crazy four-way beatdown of Glotta, like you can
Which
tell
looks
that,
incredible.
Yeah, which is also crazy too. Like you could tell that because this was mostly like, well, I wouldn't say partially CG, but it was very composited, and they didn't have to use the GoPro, so it actually was in full HD. Unlike some of the other fights where it's like, where does the camera go? Yes, and where it goes like to like 720p because like it's clearly
Look.
filmed off a GoPro.
Look, sometimes you have to make some with the budgets they have. They can't be spending the
Yeah.
like billions of dollars it costs for those cameras that can do that stuff at like super high quality. And this is where we lose a little bit, but we get some fucking awesome shots and some insane action from it. So we get what we get. I'm pretty happy with it. Some incredible shots.
And then we get his finisher. We're just
Yep.
like just 3, 2, 1, and damn.
Boom. Fantastic, but I love seeing that he gets to eat his pudding a la mode at the end. I love seeing them all together, kind of like happy. And then we get the saddest part of this episode too. Longo is alive, and Glotta manages to find her way to him before she dies.
Wait, what? Wait, was Longo actually alive?
Okay,
Like,
so technically,
or is this just like?
So technically,
Yeah,
okay.
like in her head.
So we don't technically know. I think that Longo is alive. First of all, I don't think we've seen anything about him getting his flowers, but we've seen Glotta
true.
get her flowers. So technically, the actor's still doing stuff for them. I think he's alive. I think the thing is, I think he survived and he was in hiding, because that also would make sense with how he's going to try to do something to get the company back. So I think that now that she's dying, she sees him who's alive and is like, oh, I really must be dying. At least I get to see you. But I think he's alive. Now, it could also just be that, she sees Lango in the afterlife. Maybe that's it. Maybe they're going to use him for some more flashbacks the way they've been using Sheeta.
Yeah. Yeah, and then he says, the Stomach family will rise again, and
Yep.
it is so ominous. Like,
And that's, again, I'm hoping that's why he's alive. I'm hoping that that's going to mean something instead of just being like, oh, hey, this is just kind of like a filler that she's imagining before she dies. But the big thing, next episode, Nielv kind of stepping up. New bake made with human and granite parts.
yeah. Oh man, the theories that are going online about this one. Oh man, it looks like Honto Suffering is back on the menu, and if that is true,
Dude, okay, can we talk about that? Because it's so funny. It's so funny. We'll get like 2 episodes, then it's like, all right, back to a Honto Suffering arc. Okay, we finished that. 2 more episodes. All right, back to a Honto Suffering.
Yeah, like, oh man, the secondary rider suffering curse is just so real with Honto. Like,
I saw what was that? What was that one tweet where it's like, would you rather be a sixth ranger or would you rather be a secondary rider? And someone is like, you're asking if I would like to either get my ass kicked in every 2 episodes and suffer the most emotional trauma of the show, or whether I'd want to be the coolest motherfucker in the show that everyone likes. Fuck you. Incredibly funny tweet.
Exactly, and I mean the other funny tweet too is just like saying they got an actor who could cry in command, so they said yes, let's make him suffer.
Dude, they really did. Hanto's actor has been fantastic. He's been one of the
Yeah,
highlights of the show for me. I mean, all the
yeah.
main cast has been. Hanto especially,
Yeah.
though.
Also, to clarify, what the theory has been is that it's Hanto's mentor, the other
Yep.
half of him that we did not see. So when
I
they said
so
made of human parts
Yep.
and
So
might be related.
so I don't know if it okay, because my original theory when I saw the like, hey, human and Granu parts. First of all, it's Hanto's mentor. We know his legs are there. The main thing is, I don't think it'd be Hanto's mentor, just because Hanto's got like the top half of him, and you'd figure if it was gonna be like a traumatic thing, you'd see like his face and stuff.
Well, I mean, they kept it covered, and it was Hanto that was pulling down the cloak.
Yep. So maybe it will be. The other, big thing is Suga, because we know Nielv probably has his body.
True.
Because Nielv
But
is the one who went and found him.
But I think Suga got his flowers though.
If he did, then he did. Then it probably isn't him. I did see some people pointed out that like when you look at the like hooded version of him, he has almost like a similar either like necklace or little thing that like Suga wore. So I don't know. It being Hanto's mentor would make sense. It looks like something's gonna happen to take over Hanto's mind next episode.
Yeah. Ooh,
so we're gonna have him fighting, but the big thing again being Nielv is just fucking shit up for everyone apparently.
Exactly. So it looks like Nel's stubbing up again, and we will see. And unfortunately, it does not look like we are going to be getting our Grease Blizzard moment next episode.
I'm hoping we're just not getting a Grease Blizzard. I'm praying so hard. I don't think it's gonna. I'm scared is all I'm gonna say.
Okay,
but
wait, I need to see when is Kamen Rider Girls Remix 2? Let me see. Girls Remix.
Oh god,
2.
I still need to watch Girls Remix 1.
Yeah. I'm just waiting for the second the second part of Girls Remix 2, because the second part of Girls Remix 2 will basically give me
does
give me the
Sachika have the
confirmation
suit
on
basically? Yeah.
If they're basically Kamen Rider Tsukuyomiing her, or if they are going to give her a couple episodes at the end, according to all the supposed leaks I've been seeing, because they actually do leave it off on a cliffhanger with Majeda and Girls Remix. Like, please watch it so we can talk about it. Like, oh my god, I need to see this.
I'll try to watch that for next week. But with that, we've already gone a little over. Close to a lot over, but that's how it is here. With that, we'll leave you guys for next week. Thanks so much as always for listening. We will see you later.
Later.
This program is brought to you by
Our unending love of tokusatsu.
If you enjoyed the show, please be sure to like and subscribe.
And hit the bell for notifications. And if you would like to support us further, consider becoming a patron at our Patreon, Half Hour Henshin.
You can get some exclusive benefits, such as your name in the credits and joining our sticker club. Or, if you want to help with a one-time donation,
You can also find us at Ko-fi at Half Hour Henshin. You can email us with any questions or theories at halfhourhenshin@gmail.com or on Twitter at halfhourhenshin.